Greetings, Lucky Legends. Welcome to the dojo. My name is Lucky. This is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host of this video, and surprise, I'm back. So today is going to be our PMC Season 4 Week 1 battle versus Phantombass, aka Tyler, and the coach of the New York Cosmogs. Now, he has Magirna, which kind of just dicks down my whole team. I know, shocking. One of the most commanding Pokemon in the current OU metagame dicks down my whole team. But I do have a specially defensive Arcanine that deals with it kind of okay. I kind of expected him to go for a fire move since he saw Scissor opening up, but instead he Volt Switched into Whack-A-Mole, his Dugtrio, which is bad. I thought I might be able to live one Earthquake and burn this thing, but as you're about to see, that is not the case, and I just straight up die to an Earthquake. So at this point, I kind of just want to go back out into Scizor. My Scizor is set up and EV'd so that it can set up against a Dugtrio. So I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for the Swords Dance here as he switches out into his Salamence. Now, I go for Swords Dance as I Mega Evolve. So I'm going to be at +1. Now, a +1 Bullet Punch is not going to kill Salamence from full. So at this point, I have two options. So I'm going to pause the video. I have two options. My first option is switch out into something. I can switch out into Arcanine and get off an Intimidate. However, if he goes for Dragon Dance and he has a Lumberry, then I'm going to be in a lot of trouble, because if he goes for another Dragon Dance, he'll have +2 speed and +1 attack, and at that point, he kind of just beats my whole team. My other option is to switch out into, well, similar option of switching. I can switch out into Primarina. It does take 2 attacks from Salamence. However, if he is Life Orb, I believe, I do not take 2 attacks particularly well. I don't think I take 2 Life Orb Earthquakes from Salamence. Similarly, if he Dragon Dances here, then he can, I don't know. Basically, I was weighing my options, and my best plan of action is to Swords Dance again. And I know what you're thinking, why is that your best option? Well, basically, he had 2 choices here. He could Dragon Dance, or he could go for an attack, or he could double predicting my switch, or, and this was the most likely option, which I kind of figured was going to happen, he can click Fire Blast and just kill me. I do not live a Fire Blast. Shockingly enough, Salamence with its base 110 special attack kinda kills me. So basically at this point I had a 15% chance to survive, because there is a 15% chance for him to miss. So going back to playing, he does miss the Fire Blast. And I'm able to get up another Swords Dance. Now the reason I went for Swords Dance again is because at +3, I do knock him out. So, fortunately for me, he missed. Now, hacks is obviously a part of the game, and there's no, like, if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen. Now, I have to switch out against Talonflame. I have nothing for Talonflame, especially since my Arcanine died. However, Chansey takes it on kind of okay, simply because of how much HP I have. He'll take a lot of recoil damage, and he also does not 2-hit KO me. I also figured out I don't think he's choice banded from that. I'm not sure what he is. He could be choice banded, but I don't think he is. So he switches out into Dugtrio here. As I go for the Thunder Wave, I didn't write down his team before the battle, so I forgot that he had that. But I decided to go for Stealth Rocks because that way his Talonflame will come in at really, really low health. I think it's going to be around like 25-ish%. But at this point, I am stuck in against the Dugtrio, which has Screech. He has Screech Dugtrio. People really like to bring Screech against Chansey. I don't know why. I went for the soft-boiled here, predicting the Earthquake. Now, the thing about Dugtrio and Chansey is that even though Dugtrio has really low HP, it still takes 3 Seismic Tosses for Chansey to beat it. As you're going to see, this one does around like 35 to 40%. Now, he's going to go for an Earthquake here. It's not going to knock me out, but it's going to come pretty close. It does a lot of damage with me at -4 defense as I go for another Seismic Toss. Now, basically, there was nothing I could do at this point. I had Thunder Wave, Seismic Toss, Soft Boiled, and Stealth Rock. I didn't have any options. So I needed to let Chansey die so that I can bring Scizor back in and set up against the Dugtrio. The reason being is that she doesn't have any priority on his team. Talonflame not having Gale Wings active because it lost HP means that I'm the only one with priority here. So I just need to set up and set up and set up. As you can see, Earthquake from this Dugtrio does nothing because of how I EV'd this Scizor. It's max HP, almost max attack. It's 196 EVs in attack, and then a lot of defense. I'm going to go for the Roost here, then I'm going to Swords Dance again. My goal is to get up to +6. However, what I am worried about is him going for Screech, because if he Screeches me and then gets a crit, I think I die. So instead, I'm going to Swords Dance again here as he switches out into his Magearna. Now, this is... my only option here is to go for the Bullet Punch. This is the Swords Dance is from the previous turn. My only option here is to go for the Bullet Punch and hope I knock out the Magearna. Now, fortunately, I do. After Stealth Rock, a 196 attack Adamant Bullet Punch does knock out his Magearna. Now he brings in the Talonflame. At the 20% that he's at, I'm not worried about being able to knock him out. I'm at +4. However, he does have Flame Body, but it doesn't burn me. He told me that after the battle. Speaking of which, I'm going to be post-commentating these battles so that I can review my own playing. Now, in this game specifically, as I'm sure you can tell, I won by hacks. I won because he missed Fire Blast. Scizor kills his entire team. It gets 6 kills. Even after week 2, I think it's the kill leader in the league. However, as you will come to find out, I actually got rid of Scizor because it was making team building extremely difficult for me. Just, I was looking down the road and it wasn't what I was looking for. But Scizor gets a very clean sweep here. But like I said, it is based off of a Fire Blast miss, which is not under my control. I could have, I don't know, EV'd myself to live a Fire Blast. However, a Life Orb Fire Blast from a Salamence, I honestly just don't think it's possible for me to live that. Now, like I said, I had EV'd my Scizor to be able to set up on Dugtrio. That was the entire point. I'm going to pause the video here real quick. The reason that I had EV'd my Scizor to be able to set up against Dugtrio is because this was my main plan of victory. Set up against Dugtrio, and then sweep his team with Bullet Punch. I need Stealth Rocks up in order to make sure that Talonflame does not have access to priority, and also so that it can't live one of my Bullet Punches. Because Talonflame was the thing that really just killed me. At +6, though, I kill pretty much everything on his team. The reason I didn't go all the way to +6 is because, as you saw, he switched in his Magearna. Now, Magearna has access to a lot of Fire-type attacks, including Flamethrower and, I believe, Fire Blast. Either way, Magearna for week 1 was Tyler's Z Pokemon. he used one of his transactions to change his Z Pokemon to Salamence, which I was urging him to do because Z Salamence literally destroyed my entire team. Z Salamence with Flynium Z, so that he can use Supersonic Sky Strike, literally beats my entire team. And it beats a lot of other people's teams too, because Salamence is so powerful, because Z Fly kills Primarina. And that was like my only real answer to Salamence. With the exception, of course, of hacks, dodging a Fire Blast. Now, I am the first person to admit that I lost this game, won this game because of hacks. I'm the first person to admit that. I immediately sent him a message during the battle to say, sorry, and obviously he's very understanding that this is how the game works, but it was a good battle. He prepped really well. We were talking about it afterwards. He brought a lot of really cool stuff. His Dugtrio set beat my Chansey, as you can tell. It beat a lot of stuff on my team. He had, I think, Rest Talk Dugtrio, or like Rest Screech Dugtrio or something. It was really cool, though, and it was a really good game. Props to Phantombass. Go check him out, link in the description. But I will see you all later this week with a draft recap and then a transaction recap. And then next Sunday will be my week 2 battle. But I will see you all next week. Best of luck to you out there. Goodbye.